assignment for my 500-hour yoga teacher training class, but I really hope that other people are watching this because it's going to be all about perimenopause and menopause and some breathing techniques that we can use to maybe tamp down some of our symptoms. Not going to make them go away entirely, but maybe these can help out with some of them. So the assignment is to design a pranayama practice. That's a breathing practice that includes 2 to 3 different kinds of breathing, and just going to let you know what the intention is with them. So I've chosen 3 kinds of breathing, and Kapalabhati is an energizing, Sitakari is cooling, and diaphragmatic breath is calming and relieving of anxiety and stresses. So I chose these breathing techniques because as someone right now who's going through perimenopause and about to head into menopause, my symptoms are all over the place. I have them all. I have irregular periods. I have brain fog. Nice big draw. That was actually an example of brain fog because I couldn't remember any of my other symptoms. So I have brain fog. I have irregular periods. I have extremely heavy periods. I have the beginnings of vaginal atrophy, which is where everything in your lady bits just dries up, and it almost can feel like you have a permanent UTI. I have new symptoms of anxiety, bloating, tension, anger issues, hot flashes, hot flashes, hot flashes, so many hot flashes. And the only way to get to the other side of perimenopause into menopause and into that back end of our lives is to go through it. So as I'm going through it, I'm trying to find all kinds of techniques to use, meditative techniques, breathing techniques, mudras, asanas. I'm really starting to add a lot of things to my yoga practice. And pranayama, being honest, is something that I never really enjoyed doing in a yoga practice, but now again, as I'm here in perimenopause, I'm realizing a lot of these breathing techniques are really helpful. And before we get into the breathing techniques, I do just want you to know that if you're suffering from hot flashes, vaginal atrophy, anger issues, depression, anxiety, weight gain, stress, uncontrolled hormones, crying hysterically at the drop of a dime, see your doctor. If your doctor isn't listening to your symptoms, please go see another doctor. You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to suffer by yourself. If your doctor isn't listening to you, find another one. Someone will. But it's not in your head. It's not your imagination. And you don't just need to deal with it and buck up, little camper. We don't live in a world like that anymore. So take some self-care and look out for yourself. So the first breathing technique that I'm going to do is Kapalabhati breath. It's one of my favorite breathing techniques. I have a tendency to just get that mid-afternoon lag. I want to take a nap. I don't like to drink coffee in the middle of the afternoon. I do really like sugary treats, but as we know, perimenopause and menopause can't load up on the sugar. So Kapalabhati breathing is one of those breathing techniques I use to energize the system and get some energy back into me. And so the way I like to do it is I like to just sit comfortably and I like to shake my arms out, give myself a little shimmy and a little shake the head, just start to move some energy into the body before I start the breath work. And then I just sit, place my hands on my knees. I'm going to inhale through the nose and I'm going to exhale through the nose. When I inhale, the inhale is just nice and steady. I like to make it a little bit deeper. And then when I exhale, it's going to go through the nose and I'm going to be actually snapping the belly button back. And it's going to make almost a little sound like as it comes out the nose. And the breath is going to ladder its way down. So it's going to be maybe 5 steps. It's going to be hex, 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 hex. Inhale, hex, 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 hex. And again, you're just pressing that air out in little snaps. And you want to empty the lungs on those little snaps. So inhale, and then exhale with your little snaps. And I like to do about 5 rounds of those. And then just see how I feel at the end. So find yourself nice and comfortable after you did your little shimmy and your shake. And then again, lower the eyelids, inhale. then just see how you feel. Do you feel energized? I like it, maybe you feel that little wavy feel. If you can tell, my nose just kind of cleared itself. It's also good to do during allergy season, just blow all that stuff out of your nose. So maybe that's a great way to feel yourself energized instead of like reaching for the coffee in the middle of the afternoon. So the second pranayama I want to teach is for cooling. Sitakari. Sitakari is a beautiful cooling breath. And it's just a really great way to at least cool down your mouth or just cool down just the center part of the body. I have a tendency, I get hot flashes in the middle of the night, which wake me up, which contributes to insomnia. And a lot of times I can't get back to bed. So I do like to do this. And it's kind of funny too, because you make a really silly face when you do it, but it does cool the body down. Will it stop the hot flash? No, I'm not gonna lie to you, absolutely not. It does not stop your hot flash. It does distract you from the hot flash, and it does cool you down a little bit. Unfortunately, the hot flash does continue. So for this breath, you're gonna breathe in, and you're gonna be breathing in through the mouth. Your face is gonna be in a big, crazy Joker smile like this. Your tongue is going to be in between the top and the bottom teeth, just stuck out ever so slightly. So again, you're inhaling through the mouth, and then you're exhaling through the nose. And this is, again, Sitakari breath. So get in your position. And see how you feel. Do you feel a little bit more cooled down? Maybe you feel a little more relaxed as well. Maybe that hot flash, you're lucky and your hot flash only goes on for 30 seconds, so it's gone. So just see how you feel. And again, exhale through the nose, inhale through the teeth. Just keep it nice and steady, and hopefully that cools you down. And the last breathing technique I want to talk about is diaphragmatic breathing. And one of the things that I hear most women, especially who come to my yoga classes who are in the same stage of life as I'm in, is that they suffer from sometimes near crippling anxiety, near crippling anger issues. They can't find themselves calmed down and centered. Their hormones almost makes them feel like they are erratic a lot of times. So for me, diaphragmatic breathing is what really helps me. It reminds me to just center myself and just go, okay, slow down. Slow down. What are you really angry about right now? What are you really frustrated about? Where's the anxiety coming from? And to just slow my breathing. And a lot of times, for me, my anxieties and stresses come at night. For a lot of people, they come in the day. And you can do this breathing seated, you can do it standing, you can do it laying down. And really, to me, all diaphragmatic breathing is taking yourself inside the body, slowing your mind down, and focusing on the breath, taking your focus out of the outside influences that are stressing you or causing anxiety, causing anger, hurt, brokenheartedness, and just bringing it internal and slowing yourself down. And so I'm going to teach it from a reclined position, again, just because my stresses and things that keep me up tend to be at night. And so I use diaphragmatic breathing at night. So I'm going to lay down, again, finding myself comfortable, imagining that I'm in my bed, and I'm going to put my legs into Supta Baddha Konasana. I like to press my hands, I like to keep my hand on my Manipura chakra. That's the chakra about maybe 3 or 4 fingers breadth above the belly button, and then I like to put my other hand on Anahata, my Anahata chakra, which is your heart chakra. So I like to connect in with those things. Your heart is your center, your source, and your spark, and that Manipura chakra is your solar plexus, and that's the seat of your personal power. And so these are areas that really become blocked during perimenopause and menopausal symptoms. So for diaphragmatic breathing, it's really simple. You're just going to breathe in and breathe out evenly, filling and emptying the lungs. The breath is going to come through the nose. And all you want to do is take that gaze, that drishti, and you want to focus it inwards, internally on yourself. And while you're doing it, I kind of like to really think of a calm place. I like, maybe you think of the ocean, or maybe you think of a walk in the woods, or something that calms you, something that makes you feel better, something that makes your heart sing, and just focus on that. So lay back, find yourself comfortable, and then again, lower the eyelids, and just start to breathe into the lungs, inhaling and exhaling, just nice and calmly. You're not holding the breath. It's just coming and going naturally. As you're breathing, if that internal focus is just leading to more anxiety, more anger, more stress, take that hand that you have on that Anahata chakra and feel your power and your potency. Feel your heart. Feel how strong that you are. Every time that you've been weak or felt less than in your life, your heart has been there at its strongest for you. So as you breathe again, those anxieties, those angers, those fears aren't going away naturally on your own. Focus on something else. Focus on your true potency and your true inner strength. And that heart, it truly is, it's your source. It's your true north. It keeps you centered and grounded. So just feel the strength and the power there. And again, just let that breath come and go. Relax the shoulders. If you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, relax the knees and the hips. You can even imagine literal waves of calmness as they ease up the body with the breath. Inhaling goodness and peace. Exhaling all your troubles and your worries. When you're done and you feel yourself centered, if you have to stand or you're seated and you have to go back to work, just raise your eyelids slowly and then take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Maybe a second inhale and exhale, feeling yourself coming back into reality, feeling yourself calm, feeling the anger washed away, the anxiety gone. And if you're going to go to sleep, just gently roll the knees over, curling them into a ball and sliding onto your left side, maybe curling up and just keeping your eyelids lowered, and then continue as you focus on that breath until you can find yourself in a nice deep slumber. So this was your pranayama practice for perimenopause and menopause, and I hope they help you out in your journey, because again, it's not the most pleasurable journey at times, but you can get through it. And again, please, please, please talk to your doctor. Don't suffer in silence. Thank you.